Hello everyone, welcome to SlipjointSawyer. Today we're going to be taking a look at a real steel knife, and this is one I've had on pre-order for a while. As you've probably seen from the title, it is the real steel RS5. That is their sort of modern traditional take on a Barlow. Have a look at the packaging to start. So here we have the box, a standard sort of real steel box. You have this brushed sort of silver effect on the box. You can see the logo on the side there. Plain pretty much on all sides, apart from the logos on either end. And as you can see there, it's the Barlow, the RB5, and I have mine in the drop point blade. You can also get a clip point blade if that takes your fancy, and mine is in the black. So you can pick a couple of standard colors, and they're offering with the pre-order you could get a free set of scales to go with it, because they do advertise the scales are interchangeable. So inside the box, the knife comes wrapped in this cleaning cloth. Get the real steel logo stamped in there. Really nice quality that is. You get some product information with a QR code on there, and you have Barlow RB5, and here we have the list of the specs. So you can see it's N690 steel, handle material is G10, you've got the blade length and thickness, which is 70, where you have a full length of 2.75. Got the open or close length, which is 160mm or 6.29 inches, and you have the weight, which is about 2.28 ounces. It is a nail nick and slip joint, and the blade shape on this one is the drop point blade. Obviously they got a clip point there, but that's also available. In that as well, you have a little booklet that comes with all the real steel knives, just a bit of information about their products, their company, and then on the back you have all different types of knives and how to disassemble them. Really nice packaging from Real Steel. They always put in that extra bit of care and attention when they're designing a product, especially when they're doing the packaging. So there's the box for the knife, and then here is the additional scales. I did order purple, and I have already swapped them onto the knife, because it does come with these standard black scales in here. I'll give you a quick look at those. So when you order the scales, you get the front and the back. Really nice milled out G10. And they do provide you with some extra screws there as well, just in case. And they were kind enough to send me along a bonus set of scales as well. So very kind. Thank you there to Real Steel for sending out this set of orange scales as well. So I will be using these at some point. Pretty much the same deal there. You can see the Real Barlow RB5 scale set. Tells you what's included. So you've got a left and a right scale with 2 screws. And then it obviously just tick off which one the colour is. And what is which I am quite looking forward to, as you can see on the back here, they will be offering micarta and brass, copper, aluminium or titanium. So that'll be something I'll definitely be looking at in the future when they get released. So that's really exciting. And here it is, the Real Steel RB5. As I mentioned, this is wearing the purple scales, which I have just swapped onto it. Very easy to do. You just undo these 2 screws and they slide down and pull off. So the G10 is exactly the same as the black, just this one's purple. You can see you've got this really nice milled sort of like grooves on here with the lines for the faux bolster. Gives it that sort of Barlow look. You see you only have the one T6 hardware on each side, whereas the pivot is self-contained underneath the scales. You do have a reversible pocket clip. This is tip up left or right hand carry. I've left it on for the video, but I feel as it's a Barlow, I'll probably be taking this off and running it without the clip. Just personal preference, and I feel this to be more of a pocket dropper than one to hang on the side. You can see you've got the construction there, that is the back spring. Really nice flush steel back spring. There's the construction on the side. You can see the holes here if you wish to interchange the clip to the other side. And then you've got the centering, which is bang on down the center. Honestly, I wouldn't expect anything less from Real Steel. They do an absolutely fantastic job. The G10 is really grippy, like real nice and grippy. Excellent stuff. It's not going to slip out of your hand. This is going to be a real work knife. And you've got this nice sort of long pull here to open the knife. You can pinch, and then it stops in that famous Real Steel sort of 1/3 or 3/4 stop, whatever you'd like to call it. And look at that beautiful drop point blade. and a nice affirmative snap into the open. You can see you've got the Real Steel logo etched in on there, and this really nice swedging across the top here. Excellent grind on this one as well, really even on the front and back. Again, wouldn't expect anything less from Real Steel. They do a really good job when doing the grind on the knives, and it does have an excellent sort of flat grind. I mean, look at the grind lines on there. That's something I find really attractive on a knife, when they leave the grind lines on. You can see as well it does have similar jimping to the Luna, which is really useful. When you choke up, your finger really grips in on that, stops it sliding forward, and it also acts as well when the blade goes to close. It sort of pinches in your hand, but stops the blade slamming into your finger. Not that it would with that stop anyway, but listen to the lock up and the walk and talk on this. I mean, that's absolutely phenomenal. I'd say the pull is around a 6, and that's really nice for sort of a work knife, pretty much perfect. Even with that clip on there, it's still really comfortable in hand. I've not got any sort of hot spots from this at all. I can definitely feel it's there, but it does stick up a little bit, but it's not uncomfortable at all to use. Even if I'm holding it in my left hand, it's not uncomfortable either. Overall, really impressed with this knife. You can see they've got some milling on the inside there to save a bit of weight, because obviously it is full steel construction underneath this G10, so there is a nice weight to it. It's got a nice sort of chunky handle as well, which is something I really like in a work knife, and does have that fantastic blade there, which I mentioned before. Take a look at some specs now. I read them out at the start, but I always like to just double check. So then we've got a close length of 1, 2, 3, just over 3.5, and then a blade length of 1, 2, 2 3/4. So again, a very friendly sort of world legal knife. I know a lot of countries will only let you carry knives that are 2-hand opening, and this is definitely one of those for the UK. I'm really impressed with this, and I've been waiting for this to come out since they announced it, maybe a month and a half ago. Did a video with John over at Thrifty Kniffy on the Slippy and Thrifty show, talking about the release of this, and we were both very excited for it. So definitely one to give a try. Very reasonable price as well. I believe it was $50 on their site, and you get a free set of scales. I'm not 100% sure if that's still the case after the pre-order's finished, but definitely make sure you check this out. So there we go, guys. That's my sort of first impressions of the RB5, the Real Steel Real Barlow. I will do a sort of updated video after I've had a chance to use this to let you know what I think and my final impressions of this. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. It would really mean a lot to me if you would like the video, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. It really does help me sort of bring you new content and get my word out there so you can enjoy more stuff from myself. Anyway,